Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I will explain about Review Lab 2. In this lab, I will configure several things. Once, we will configure internet access. The router as an access point must be connected to internet first. Therefore, I will configure internet access using wireless DHCP client. 2. We will configure IP address. 3. We will configure IP pool. Create a IP range for client by limit 10 client. And 4. We will configure DHCP server. Create an IP DHCP server for each Ethernet router. Then add a IP pool that we configure according to the topology and don't forget to activate it. 5. We configure IP DHCP server network. Create an IP network for each Ethernet according to the topology. 6. We do configuration ERP configuration for each Ethernet. Each client cannot use a static IP unless we do checking. First, we check each client must be connected to a server, and second, client use static IP, and we will see if the client is still connected to the server or not. First step, we check LAN interface we use using interface print command. Then here, I will use VLAN 1 as access point client to configure internet access. After that, we have to active VLAN 1. Type command interface wireless enable VLAN 1. Then we check using interface wireless print command. And we can see that VLAN 1 status was active. Next, we create security profile for wireless. Type command interface wireless security profile add name Eka Nurul with mode dynamic case and authentication types is WPA-PSK and W2PA-PSK with unicast shippers is ACCM and TKIP and group shippers too. And then we add password for WPA-PSK and W2PA-PSK. After that, we check security profile using command interface wireless security profile print. And here we can see the security profile has been loaded. Next, we set VLAN 1 using command interface wireless set VLAN 1 with mode station, band 2 GHz BGN, and SSID is Aquila. And then we add security profile Eka Nurul. And then we do checking using command interface wireless print. And here we can see the VLAN 1 status is R or running. After that, we make a router connected to the internet using DHCP client. Type a command IP DHCP client at interface VLAN 1 disable no. And do checking using command IP DHCP client print. Here we can see the VLAN 1 has got IP address with status is bound or connected. Do testing with command ping google.com. And we can see the result was reply, that means router has been connected with internet. Next, we add IP address for Ether 1 until Ether 4. Then do checking with command IP address print. And we can see that we successful to add IP address. Next, we do configuration IP pool to make range for IP DHCP server we create IP pool for each client by limit 10 client using command IP pool at name DHCP1 with range 12 until 21. Next, we do checking using IP pool print command. Then we can see that we have successful to create IP pool. And next, we create DHCP server and we add IP pool for DHCP server. In here, we create DHCP server for each Ethernet. We add command IP DHCP server at name review2 with Ether1 and address pool DHCP1 with interface Ether1 disable no. And then do checking use IP DHCP server print command. And we can see IP pool was success added to DHCP server. Next, we make network configuration for DHCP server to each interface using command IP DHCP network at address and gateway and then DNS server. And then we do checking using IP DHCP server network print command. And here we can see that the DHCP server network was successfully created. Next, we do ERP configuration. First, we check DHCP server, then we add ERP to each interface using command IP DHCP server, set numbers, and add ERP yes. And then do checking using command IP DHCP server print. And here we could see that we have success to add ERP configuration. And now we change ERP configuration from enable to replay only. We add command interface Ethernet set Ether ERP replay only. And then we do checking using command interface Ethernet print. It can be seen that we success to changing ERP configuration to replay only. Click Ethernet and then properties and IPv4 and make sure the setting Ethernet was obtained. And go to details and here we can see we get IP address. We open CMD and then we ping gateway. And here result was applied. That's when we successful to do configuration. Next we open Ethernet and then properties and IPv4. And here we make IP static with address is 172.168.10.15 and gateway 172.168.10.11. And then click OK. We open CMD and then we do test ping to gateway. And here we can see the result was request timeout. That means router is not connect again. And do test ping with the same things for each client by moving LAN cable to each port. Okay, that's all about Review Lab 2. Thanks you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.